Today I'm going to install a Kenwood DDX 372 and an '04 Ford F-150. The first step is to take off this face plate deal. Open the ashtray. Start with your hand, pop that out. Got a screwdriver with some tape so it doesn't scratch. Just go around popping these off. It's pretty easy. Once you get it off, there's 4 clips you want to undo. The airbag clip, and then these that control the air and stuff. I'm gonna leave the cigarette lighter clip on. I'm also gonna take this one off. Get this one off, you push the little deal right there in, then you pull up on the gray deal. Once you got all those clips off, it should look like this. I left the cigarette lighter clip on just so I didn't have to mess with it. I just laid it down. It's fine. I can get to the stereo. Now I'll remove the stereo. There's just 4 screws. Once you get the 4 screws out, you should be able to just take it out. On the back of the stereo, it has 3 clips. This is for like the speakers and the radio and stuff. Then there's the antenna clip. And I don't know what that middle one's for, but we'll just take them out. Once you undo those 4 clips, or those 3 clips, that was pretty easy. You just gotta push this in. I'll push that in right there. Push that in and pull really hard. The antenna, I kind of just wiggle it out. But now we got that out. I'm gonna clean it up now. After about 2 hours of trying to fit this onto the cage while it was on the head unit, I realized that you don't actually have to use the cage. So I took the cage off and decided just to put the bracket straight onto the head unit, and that it fit perfectly then. So to get these little side tabs on the bracket, no video shows this on YouTube, so I'm going to show you how to do it. You just slip, see these little things sticking out, you just slip this on, make sure it's in there good, and then just rotate it so that these lock in with it, and then, there it's solid, And the bracket actually comes with these little black tabs that stick out like that far right here, and to get it into the place, there's not enough room for it to go in. It's gonna get jammed by the side deal here. So I just decided to cut them off, and I actually read the manual and they said to cut the tabs off if you need to, so I just ripped them off with some scissors or something and then grinded them down. I did that on both sides. Okay, so I'm gonna slip the mounting bracket onto the head unit. That just goes like this, and there it fits nicely. I was trying to do it with the cage on and that did not work, so I'm just gonna do it without the cage. Now I'm gonna screw some screws into the side to make it stable. I think I'm gonna put 4 or 5, just make sure it's stable. Okay, I got the bracket on, and I hooked up the parking brake deal that I'm gonna ground later in the video. And then I just put a little piece of tape over the reverse wire because I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do that some other time when I hook up a backup camera. But I got the harness all wired up. This was the harness that came with the receiver, and then I bought this on Amazon, specific for the Ford that plugs into that thing right there. So splicing the wires was really easy. Just got a color, they're all color coded, and the wires that didn't go to anything, that didn't match up with the color, I just put some tape on, and so they wouldn't touch anything and short circuit something. And then I put some zip ties to keep it all nice and tidy. So I connected the antenna deal, and then this just goes right in there, and I'll just hook those up and put it in with the 4 screws. I finally got it in there, put the 4 bolts in. It's really solid. I tested to make sure it works alright. It works perfectly. Set up the Bluetooth is great. I haven't got those set, but it sounds really good. The sound is 10 times better than the factory one. And the parking, the wire that was supposed to be hooked up to the parking brake so that you couldn't watch videos while driving, is right here. It plugs in, you know, it plugs into the back of the deal. It's pretty obvious where it plugs in. Instead of running it all the way to the parking brake and messing with a bunch of stuff and bad news, messing with a bunch of complicated stuff, I just took off this plate right here, that deal. It's got 2 clips up here, and then down here I did two bolts. The way to bypass having to run the wire to the parking brake, you just have to ground the wire. So I just grounded it to this bolt right here. I stripped it and then wrapped it behind the washer, screwed it in there tight, and tested it out, put a DVD in there, and it worked perfectly. So now all I gotta do is, oh, and I also set up I also took this out to put the mic in. So I got the mic right here. I'm thinking I tested the sound right here. I'm thinking I'm gonna stick it right here with the adhesive it comes with, and then once I put the plate back on, the wire will be covered, and that's nice and hidden. I kind of like it. So after I get that done, all I'll have to do is figure out a place to put the USB port. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put it somewhere in the little ashtray. I'm gonna figure out a way to put it there. So, okay, I'm gonna put this deal back on, and I put the microphone right here and the wires in there, bundle them so they wouldn't hurt anything. So once I put the deal back on, the wires should be hidden, so that's gonna be good. Get this on now. Okay, I got the microphone in place and it looks great. Got it back on. So now all I gotta do is run the USB to the glove box, which I did. That's gonna be there, you know. I'm mostly gonna use Bluetooth though. So now all I gotta do is put all the clips back on and pop this back on, and it should be good. So I'll start with this clip and this. This clip goes here, It slides on, and then you push this back so it locks into place. I gotta put this onto here. I'm just gonna jam it in there. Okay, I got all the clips down here on. Now I just gotta get the airbag light deal on, which slides into that little deal right there. So I'll do that. Okay, there's that. Now I'm gonna just pop this back into place. Okay, so I popped it back into place and it looks amazing. That looks really good. Let's see how it works. I'm glad that all works. Yep, the clips that went on are good.